Hello and welcome to Kids Creative Mess. Today we are making a Halloween wreath with a cat on it. I made the cat in the last video where I basically took a paper mache cat and I painted it black and then put the little eyes and nose and ears, and yeah, it'll be going on the wreath. I'm basing this wreath off of a wreath I saw at Target when I bought the little kitty cat, because yeah, I saw a wreath that it was in the Day of the Dead section, and it had marigolds, which is one of the flowers that its petals you like lead the I might be getting this wrong, but they lead the you leave a trail of marigolds so that your loved one can find their altar on the Day of the Dead, so they can have their, I think it's an offerenda if I remember correctly. I haven't studied Spanish in a while, but I thought it was just so beautiful. I was like, okay, I'm going to put marigolds on this Halloween thing. Halloween wreath, as Halloween and Day of the Dead are celebrated very close together, and I thought it would be just a pretty thing to do, and that way people who celebrate it will be like, oh, there's Halloween, but then there's also Day of the Dead, so we're recognizing both holidays. And even though I am not Hispanic, it's something that I have Hispanic neighbors. Some of the kids might really enjoy seeing something from their culture as well. So, yeah. Right. So, I have, to do this, I took 2 of the Dollar Tree marigold stems, and I pre-cut them. I have wire. I have my multi-tool with wire cutters. I have this really pretty yarn, which is going to go on the base, and then I have lights and possibly bells. I'm not sure if I want to put bells on yet. Lights, and they go purple. I'm excited about this. Ooh, they are very bright. So yeah, first thing you have to do is wrap stuff, and I have been working on video editing, or learning about video editing, so I will probably just start wrapping this in the yarn, and then I'll cut it. I'll actually hopefully cut it and not talk the entire time. That way this gets done faster. And then I'm just tying it on, make sure it's a nice tight knot. And I double knotted it, and then I'm just going to wrap this around, and hopefully it will look good. And this will not knot up. But yeah. I picked the purple versus the wreath I saw at Target had black, and it was really, really pretty. So if you wanted, you could do this just by buying the wreath from Target. The wreath from Target was $30, and like, I'm cheap. I was like, am I really gonna spend $30 on a wreath plus the $5 for the cat that I want to put on the wreath? Ooh. So I'm just wrapping this nice and tight, and hopefully we'll make it all the way around. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just wrapping it around like this and making sure it looks nice. And this keeps getting caught every time I do this, so it might not work as well as I want it to. And hopefully I have enough yarn. I bought 2 things just to be safe. Thankfully, the Dollar Tree wreath forms are smaller than some of the others. I'm actually going to be making possibly 2 wreaths later on this year for the winter/Christmas season. Yeah, I will probably just keep my fall one up for Thanksgiving later as well. I'm not really doing anything for holidays. I'm gonna move these flowers. Holidays because of COVID. So being able to at least decorate has been something that has kind of kept me sane. Alright. And I'm just gonna drop this to the floor and hopefully just keep going. Oh yeah, and also in order to do this project you also have to have a scissor for the yard, which I have close by. And I'm just going to keep wrapping this, and I'm going to cut out the video, and once it's wrapped I will I'll resume filming. Alright, take a little bit. Hello and welcome back. It turns out I only needed one of these and not two, so I'll be making something out of these later. I might actually make the little scarf thing that it shows if it works or if I only need one. Okay, so I just cut this and I'm actually going to take it and make a knot in the back. Tie, pulling it nice and tight. I overlapped the ribbon slightly, that way I can tie it and yeah, tie it a little easier. I think I can make it around one more time. Yeah. Tie it, and then I'm going to take the little tail in the back and I'm just going to tuck that in. I actually had to do this earlier when I wasn't recording because the ribbon / yarn stuff got all tangled up. Okay, so now we are going to take the flowers and we're just going to strategically place them in different places. I know there's two here without anything, and I just remembered I forgot to count to make sure I still had all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm gonna. Oh, I dropped them on the floor. Okay. And here's the two I lost. Okay, so I have two that have no stem. So I'm going to be using the ones with, not stem, the leaves. I'm going to be using the ones with the leaves first, and I'm just going to be putting them using the wire to twist. And if for some reason it looks too weird, I'm just going to, well, I always use the wire that's on the flowers, but if for some reason this looks weird, I'm just going to take the ribbon and I'm actually just going to rewrap it. Wrap around the areas where you can clearly see stuff. That actually doesn't look too bad. Good color choices. I probably will have to use more ribbon, but there's the first flower, and I just kind of twisted it on through the back. There's 4 pieces of wire. I just move the ribbon over a little, put the flower in the middle, wrap around the bottom wire. This is actually, normally I use a thing to secure it on, but I'm just using my fingers to pinch and it seems to be going well. Wrapped it around the bottom, up and through, and then I'm going just over the top part, twisting, making sure it's attached, and then moving the ribbon close to the flower again. And I put one here, and then I'm just going to continue to fill this up until there's no more space. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm gonna have 3 flowers left over once this is done, it looks like. flowers at the bottom. Ooh. Look at that. And then I can establish what's the top and what's the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I thought about putting spider webs, and then I decided, or spider webbing, and then I decided not to, because I really like purple, and when I saw the purple, I was like, oh my goodness, I need the purple. And that was just me. Although, yeah, I thought about just doing black spider webbing because I was like, ooh, it would be spooky, and then I'm like, I do not like, I love the Halloween stuff that is cute. I do not like spooky. I am not a fan of spooky. I am one of those people who, I get scared. It's really funny because I actually know how to do horror makeup. I learned how to do that in college. Or some horror makeup, not all horror makeup. But I know how to do scary makeup, but I get absolutely terrified of, I get scared of cuts, I get scared of bruises, but when it's makeup I'm like, ooh, this is cool, oh my goodness, let's do this and stuff, and do all sorts of weird things, but yeah. Okay, this is actually kind of nice that I have to use, that I'm now using all the marigolds versus just some of the marigolds, because, yeah, I just didn't have, I don't know what I would have done with the marigolds. I probably would have put the marigolds in where I normally have, I have some daffodils in a, little canning jar that I had used for, I think, yeah, I had just used it when I was at my old house, when I lived with like my ex, and then yeah, stuff happened, and yeah, now I have an apartment and I can do whatever I want with it, so yeah. That's one bright side about not being in a relationship, is the fact that you can do things just alone. Right. I'm trying to twist the wires in place. And then floof it. There we go. So now we have this. It's a little weird, but yeah. There we go. Then I'm actually going, do I want to add more ribbon right away? Or leave it? I'm gonna add more ribbon right away just to cover any spots that have, just look awkward. So again, just tying it off, tucking it in. It doesn't need to look pretty from the back as long as it looks good from the front.